Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Daily Situation Awareness Briefing for June 28th. All right, updated numbers. The Rio Grande Valley sector are unaccompanied alien children yesterday. No new declarations, National Terrorism Advisory System notices, SEER events, or FMAGs. We do have new PDAs requested for Oklahoma for PA. 6 areas have been requested for that. Those begin today. And updated numbers for the Texas PDAs for PA. 52 requested, 12 complete. We'll take a look around the region. All state operation centers remain at level 4, normal operations, except Louisiana has the crisis action team still activated. Here regionally and nationally, the RRCC and the NRCC remain at normal operations, as do the watch centers. Shelters, Texas still has 1 open with 60 occupants. That's no change from yesterday. Power outages, nothing too significant. Texas still has 3,600, down from 48,000 in the last 24 hours. Next to that, Louisiana has 1,400, down from 26,000 last 24 hours. IMATs still have Team 1 down in Austin, Team 2 here in Denton. They're green, available for the next assignment. Also, we'd like to point out there in southwest Louisiana, they do have a fire in the Sabine Wildlife Refuge. That's about 5,500 acres, 21% contained, and that is not in any populated areas as it is a National Wildlife Refuge. In New Mexico, the largest fire is the North Fire, which is the second most western one here from the east. And that one is 42,000 acres, 69% contained. And the last thing I'll mention here is the Doghead Fire is still just under 18,000 acres and now at 83% contained. But now I'll turn over to Brian for the latest update on the weather.
Okay, good morning, everybody. As you can see on the radar, there's really not a whole lot of activity going on across the region today, and really that's expected to be the case for today. We'll just see some isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms, but we're not expecting any impacts as far as severe weather or flooding is concerned for today. Taking a look at the river flood status across the region, things continue to improve. And we really still just have that one pesky point down there, the Trinity River at Liberty, that is in moderate flood stage, and that'll just continue to maintain moderate flood stage over the next few days as releases continue down there. But really impacts are minimal across the region as far as river flooding is concerned. As you can see, overlaid on top of that is the 5-day rainfall forecast. Not expecting a lot of rainfall over the next 5 days over areas that are in river flood. So we're really not expecting any uptick in the river flooding. So that's very good news there. What we are keeping an eye on is some of the heavier rainfall there in the very northern extreme in Oklahoma and Arkansas. And that'll be coming down this weekend into northern reaches of the region. Right now, we're not expecting any heavy rain or flooding to come out of that. As you can see, some of the heavier amounts are just north of the region, but that's something we're keeping an eye on. The tropics are quiet right now and expected to remain that way over the next 5 days. And really, the only concern we have at this point over the next 5 days is just a very isolated severe weather risk on Thursday over northeast New Mexico and into northern Oklahoma and the northern Texas Panhandle. Taking a look at today's weather, as I mentioned, really no significant weather impacts are expected, just general thunderstorms across the region. And as you can see, the rainfall amounts are really not anything to write home about. Some just light to moderate rainfall amounts along the Louisiana Gulf Coast, but that should not cause any flooding concerns down there. Taking a look at tomorrow's weather, much of the same, just general thunderstorms, again, isolated to scattered activity primarily along the coastal areas, and no significant weather impacts expected tomorrow. And finally, taking a look at Thursday, there's that isolated chance for severe storms along northern portions of the region. That's going to be primarily damaging winds and hail, very little tornado impacts from that system on Thursday. You can start to see some of the rainfall amounts pick up just north of the region there on Thursday, but start sagging down into our portion of the region on this weekend. The drought monitor will be updated on Thursday. We continue to see really no impacts, just some minor drought out in New Mexico. And space weather is quiet today. Things start to pick up a little bit tomorrow and Thursday, but should not be any impacts to the region as far as space weather is concerned. And that's all I've got, unless there's any questions.
Thank you, sir. Anyone has questions for the National Weather Service, please type in the chat window or speak up if you're on the phone. When you debate that, look at the events going on the rest of this week. Thus, the Senior Leaders VTC was canceled for today. National Insurance Awareness Day, wonder who came up with that one. And the trivia question, which of those countries have had the most tropical cyclones hits since 1970? We've got D's and D's and D's and D's. Might be surprised, maybe not. Answer is China. And for those of you who doubt my trivia skills, I'm putting the links down there below. You can get them from the file share for that hyperlink. Alright, last chance for any questions for this morning's brief. Hearing none, seeing none, this concludes today's briefing. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.